What we have here is another plant that's new to us. We got to eat it for the first time last year. I got some of it on my nose. Hopefully I don't get a horrible rash now. That would be a really unfortunate spot. All right, here's what I just harvested. I have a feeling these are going to be really good. Let's give them a little sample. Wow. Try it, Lindy. This one tastes really good. All right, y'all. We're back at it again. Just got back from our trip to Europe a few days ago. And the foraging season is truly in full swing now. It's like the late part of spring, early summer. I guess I'd call it early summer at this point. And we kind of missed the river bottom morel prime time. Unfortunately, while we were in Europe, thankfully we got to harvest a few of them before we left. I got Lindy with me here too. She's been pretty sick, unfortunately, the last few days, coughing up a storm. So kudos for her for wanting to go out today. We're about to head here into the mountains to just see what we can find. This is a spot we've been to before where I've seen a lot of good wild foods. Hopefully we're going to time it right and we're able to take home some nice forage goodies. One that I am particularly looking forward to and hoping to find at this time of the year is the cow parsnip, which is a new plant for us. We've done our research. We even had Orion Aon from Forage Colorado on the podcast where we did a deep dive on cow parsnip, and he really pumped us up about that plant as an edible. So I'll have that podcast episode in the description. Definitely check it out if you're interested to learn more about like how to identify it and all that. And also I've been seeing my buddy Nick of North on Instagram. He's been posting what he's been doing with the cow parsnip flower buds. So just looks like it would be a really good vegetable to add to our seasonal diet, especially, here in early summer now. And I'm really trying to challenge us to have more and more wild dinners every week, Just go out there and make the most of this time of the year because there's so much growing. And it can be a really overwhelming time of the year, honestly, because so many things are happening. I tend to go kind of squirrel brain and try to get too much and, don't learn new things as much as I would like to, just because it's so much is happening. So I'm really trying to slow down this year a bit and focus on some that I haven't learned too much about yet. I also got my camera because I'm hopefully going to get some really nice pictures of wild plants today. All right, let's see who's in the back here. Oh, Mr. Waffles, the doggy. You guys should see him as soon as we hit a gravel road. He starts to get super hyped because he knows we're going to be outside getting after it.
Hey.
Are you ready, buddy? Are you ready? Ooh, there he goes.
Hi, naughty boy.
Yeah, buddy. Let's go get some plants, huh? Maybe we'll find some birds. Maybe we'll find some birds, Waffles, huh? I think he's ready. Lindy, you ready? Let's hopefully fill a bunch of bags, foraging bags with a bunch of tasty goodies. All right, first plant we're running into here are just some mountain dandelions that are still looking pretty good. So we're going to get a bunch of the opened flower heads here. These are really nice, sauteed in butter or with some bacon grease. So we're going to load up some bags with this first. Check these out. These are so big. And that's a plump dandelion. I think they are the way they are here. So big because we're right by a stream. So they're getting a lot of moisture around this part of the woods. Check out how cool these plants are. They're all growing right out of the mountainside. We got a dandelion here. Some other plants I've yet to learn about. Right here we got some raspberries. It looks like crazy. Right out of that crack. Okay, we got to our first cow parsnip spot. So I'm gonna need my gloves. So the cow parsnip actually has chemicals in it. When you break it, it's got these juices and they can cause something called, let me try to get this right, Phytophotodermatitis. I'm pretty sure I got that right. So when you get that on your skin and it comes into contact with the sun, it can actually cause some serious burns and eczema. So you definitely want to avoid that. Some people don't really wear gloves and just say don't really like get it on your skin, the juices, and like try to avoid the sun. Since we're still pretty new to this plant, I'm just going to wear gloves until I'm more comfortable with it. And I recommend you do the same. Got these nice gloves here from a local hardware store. They should be paying us for that. Free advertisement. All right. Come over here. So here we got our cow parsnip. Check these out. They grow these giant leaves. And at this time of the year, we're looking for unopened flower buds and maybe some young leaves. And then you can also do the flower stalk. Those are really the three big edible parts from what I was learning. So let's see, let's get digging a bit in here. See if we can find some of those flower stalks or young leaves. I don't see any nice buds really on this one, unfortunately. That's what I'm really after. Oh no, I dropped a knife. But I think I can get some younger leaves. Let's see. We're just gonna get some and experiment with it at home. I don't know if that's really considered a young leaf, but it's one of the smaller ones we have here right now. So I hope we're not too late. Let's see, there's some more. These look pretty young, and oh, this one, yeah, looks like it hasn't really curled up yet. Check that one out. This, I believe, is one of those flower buds that is starting to form. And this still looks kind of like a pretty young leaf to me. So we'll keep this, and supposedly back in Europe with the European variety of this, I think it might be the same plant. We gotta check on that again, but they were using the young leaves and fermenting them for soup. So lots of food potential with this one. It's got a definitely a strong smell. Pleasant smell. Some people compare this to celery. It looks like, we're looking here right now, it's got a bit of a white juices coming out of it. I didn't read about that in the identification, but to check on that again. But it does have the hollow stem, which is something you want to be looking for. Oh yeah, look at this one. This one has one. Check that one out, Lindy. See that? That's the flower bud kind of starting to form here. That's what we want. So I'm going to take that, but I am going to take a picture quick because I am also actually working on some identification courses, online courses. So I'm trying to get a lot of good pictures for people. You can see all those hairs on there.
I like my veggies like I like my men.
I got some of it on my nose. Hopefully I don't get a horrible rash now. That would be a really unfortunate spot.
Well, you like sitting in the sun. Do you have some water?
Let me see if I can rub that off. I think I should do that right now. I'm rubbing it on Lindy's sweater. Oh God. Guys, pray for me that I'm not about to get some horrible burns on my nose. God, that would suck. That'll be my luck. Okay, back to it. See if we can find some more. If you got any tips with cow parsnip, now's the time to put them in the comments. Help us learn and help the people watching this learn about this awesome plant. All right, I found some more parsnip. There's some in here and some over there. Oh, and here's some more. Yeah, these are good, I think. So here we got one. I just noticed you can kind of like pull them down like that. And then just cut down. And there you go. Alright, here's what I just harvested. I have a feeling these are going to be really good. Kind of cool how it looks in the cross section here. Alright, 2 more young leaves. We'll grab those as well. First part of the mission here, pretty successful, I think. Okay guys, now we got to a really cool spot along this trail where we actually have 2 plants that are edible. So here we have a balsam root, which is also in the ester family. And if you were just to eat these now, right, how they are right here, the leaves are going to be pretty bitter, but the trick with these is to grab the younger leaves, and the edible part, or the best part to eat, are the petioles, so the flower or the leaf stalks here, and you want to peel them. So that's the trick. Once you peel them, they have a really pleasant flavor. I'm going to grab a few here because they do taste pretty good. We'll put that in our little basket here. No concerns with touching that one. And then over here, we have another plant. Yeah, that's it. Right here. Look at this. Now that's really, really cool. What we have here is another plant that's new to us. We got to eat it for the first time last year. But this is a type of waterleaf that grows out here in the Mountain West. These flower heads here, I think, are already turning into seed heads because usually they're nice and purple.
They were 2 weeks ago.
They were 2 weeks ago, and we saw this in another area. So I'm not sure about these, how well these are for eating. They still look like they're pretty hairy. But the leaves are when they're smaller, and the roots are supposedly pretty darn good for eating. So I'm going to dig one up and take it home and try one of the roots here. Get out one of my favorite tools here. Highly recommend this to any forager. And let's see if we can even get one out of here because it's so darn rocky. But I'll give it a try. It's super dry too. I don't really think. We'll see. See if I can get down here without just damaging the plant. I think I'm gonna leave this one, honestly. See if I can get another one. We saw some. Here's one right here. Oh yeah, there's one right here. Still super rocky. This one too. Let's try this one. I also don't know if there is a really like prime time to harvest these. Maybe it's before the flowers start to pop up. But we're gonna try it now. I know it's got like finger looking like roots from pictures I saw. Let's see if we can oops, sorry. See if we can uncover one of those.
Is it like a taproot?
Yeah, I think it's considered a taproot. It's really long. So this might not be the best place to dig him. But we'll give it a try. We gotta be patient. This is always the hardest part as a forager. When you start seeing the roots, you just want to go nuts and then you risk breaking them. We're hitting some rocks. I'm not giving up. I'm too committed now. Okay, I broke one, but look at this. I think Tom Elpo in this book calls these troll fingers. Kind of makes sense to me. Let's see, is this better shot?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So, yeah. Supposedly these are edible. We'll take the whole thing home. And another new one for us, so pretty excited about that. We'll just take one, see if we even like him. We know where they grow, so we can get more of them if we have to, or if we like him. Let's keep going. It's really cooling down here. Sun's about to go down, so it's time to almost head home, but we just noticed a little spruce here, and the spruce tips are prime. Check him out. Let's give him a little sample. Wow. Try it, Lindy. This one tastes really good. What do you think? Super mild. So with spruce tips, you really gotta sample each tree, because sometimes they can be quite bitter, I would call it. In this case, we got a really pleasant citrusy flavor.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take some of these home to make for great tea. You can use them to make ice cream, salt, a bunch of good stuff. So let's get to it. Let's harvest some of this.
This might be the best one we've tasted.
Yeah, I
before,
think so
actually.
too. It is the best one I've had in a while. Let me try another one to see if the next one here is as good as the first one I just tried. Oh yeah. Man. Yeah, we definitely need some of these. I've been wanting to make some spruce tip salt. So I think this will be the spruce I make it from.
Mm.
You don't want to take them all just because, you want to leave the tree with some new growth so it can stay healthy. Or we just had some hikers walk past us asking what we're doing. And the guy right away kind of noticed that we're picking spruce tips, and he was saying he saw a recipe recently where they were taking these spruce tips and dipping them in dark chocolate. And I could see that being really tasty.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a really nice treat. So we had them try some actually, because I was pointing out that not every tree is tasty. And the guy seemed to like it. His significant other, his significant other wasn't so sure about it. But she didn't spit it out, so maybe she did like it. But yeah, we're going to grab some of these and then we'll check on what we harvested today. All right, let's see what we got here today. Spruce tips. Didn't want to get too many. We got these Waterleaf with the little roots. They look kind of funny. Our balsam root petioles, or little leaves. Bunch of the dandelions, as you saw earlier. Still one of my favorites, and just some of the best wild plants you can easily gather in abundance. And then we have that cow parsnip that we're gonna go explore a bit more now. So you got those flower buds.
I was hoping for glacier lily, but we didn't. They're all kind of.
Yeah, they kind of past their prime. At least the flowers. But then we also have the cow parsnip leaves. So I'm really looking forward to learn more about these because, as you can tell, they can also be a really abundant food source. And I'm not going to show the processing of those in this video since I got to go back and learn a bunch more about it. But we're going to give it a try, give it a little sample. And then I'm sure we'll be reporting back on that in a future video. Keep an eye out for shorts on that, or on a future Year of Plenty podcast episode on the channel. We'll talk about how that goes. And supposedly the cow parsnip grows into June, deeper into the mountains. So as you go up elevation, you can still catch that harvest. So hopefully, we can maybe get them later
Mm-hmm.
in a few more weeks.
Hey.
And maybe do a whole video on us like processing them and cooking them up. But pretty successful day. I had a bunch of fun.
Me too.
Heck
Waffles
yeah.
3.
Waffles 3.
He's stoked.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.